What is going on, guys? Today, base Cruyff is here. If you want cheap and reliable coins, go over to U7 Buy in the description. Look at all the coins, go to your purchase, and before you hit checkout, make sure you use the discount code JT11. Use the code and you should get 5% off all of your FIFA 23 coins. So in today's video, we have got a loan version of Cruyff. If you have played the game, I think since yesterday, 6 PM, we got a choice between Cruyff, Zidane, and Maldini, and the main account had to be Cruyff. He is by far one of the best consistent players I've played with that has 3-4 versions that are just absolutely nuts. A 5-star, 5-star, 89 rated for this guy, 2.5 million coins, and normally, or at least every FIFA I've played with him, he is worth every single penny that he's worth. So, 5'11", high-low, right-footed, 5-star, 5-star. The only thing this year that Cruyff doesn't have for him is the fact that he is an explosive. As we know, most strikers now are lengthy. We got Nunez, we've got Haaland, Ronaldo can go it. Mbappe is not lengthy, but again, he is still absolutely incredible, and that is where I'm kind of hoping Cruyff is going to be. He has got a 91 at the moment out, which is 3.4 mil, and then he does have his 94 prime, which is obviously not out just yet. Then we should get a campaign or moments version later on in the game as the final one. More news will come on that, and we'll bring you that as soon as we know. But we're looking at this Cruyff. He is an 89 rated striker and will cost you a pretty penny. He has got an alternative position that is a striker, and he starts off as his wonderful centre forward. In terms of his traits, we've got outside of the foot, which is always nice. We've got flair, and we have got his icon profile. In terms of Cruyff, he is a legend of the game, most definitely. From some of the silkiest skills, the best goals, the runs, the pace, the dribbling. He is a phenomenal card that is captured in this game very, very well. We've got incredible pace on him, and we have gone with the Hunter. That seems to be the way forward with him. We'll give him 98 pace, maxing out that acceleration at 99, and giving you 98 sprint speed. We then get more on the finishing, which goes up to 97. We then get 92 positioning, 84 shot power, 99 volleys, and 93 penalties. Passing wise, great short at 86, got good curve, vision, crossing's not awful with the long pass, and then it moves on to the dribbling. We haven't necessarily got the most incredible balance, but agility is so high, reactions are great, ball control, dribbling, composure, all in that top end to make this card way, way worth it. We have got defending at 40, we don't really need that, and the physicality side, not really. Stamina is a little bit lower this year. I'm pretty sure last year he had to be more. There was no way that he was 79 and we didn't know it. He was, maybe I'm not. Honestly, do I even play this game? He had 79 as well. So really, the stamina hasn't really moved at all for these icons. Sometimes they can change the stats, but most of the time they don't. He is going to be playing in the 4-4-2 for me. I like having the two strikers. I think it works really well. We've got a solid kind of team throughout now. We've really stepped up the mark. Few players that I would like to change. Obviously, the left back, right back, I think Cancelo and Walker would be cracking additions, but the price is just a little bit too much. But Cruyff is going to come in and do a job for me and hopefully get some really good goals. So let's jump into Cruyff and see if he's worth 2.5 million coins. I really wish people would actually press A on this. We've got a team. Danjuma, I need to do him actually. Foden on that left wing as well. Very, very nice. But I'm hoping Cruyff is the man for it. I can imagine, yeah, the left stick dribbling is going to be absolutely crazy in that box. With the dribbling and obviously the pace combined, that is personally where I put him to be an absolute menace in this game. We know Mbappe is the same, so Cruyff more than likely will be able to do an absolute service, as well as having that outside of the foot shot. We can see the dribbling here already. Absolutely stunning. As we just, oh, this is just, oh, well done. I will give him that. We destroyed him, and a keeper movement is the thing that blocks us. Fair enough. Cruyff again. I can imagine passing-wise. Pass and move will be the best thing for him. As we see here, we've got Trent running up the field. Little dink into Cruyff. Can he go with the volley? Courtois with a huge save again. Oh, that was so close. Them through balls are absolutely delicious this year. I do think animation-wise, in my eyes, they've got it absolutely spot on. Yes, there is definitely some buggy things that we'll show you in a moment. I wonder if we can get it here, in fact, as we're going to go for the turn. Militao doing a job. Ball roll from Kessie, who's not going to get there. There he is again, Cruyff on that turn straight away. We've got Varane coming in a little bit out the outside. Goes for the flick of the other side. And Cruyff with an absolute stunner. And that is where 2.5 million really pays off. That is beautiful. Just a little bit of skill. Doesn't necessarily need to be crazy. It's just a turn along with a little flip-flap. And it is absolutely sold the defenders. And again, he's going to pick the ball up. He picks the ball up really, really deep. I know that is kind of my formation at a 4-4-2. He wins that back. Absolutely stunning. We're looking for him on him alone. His man, again, some of these players, the explosive, getting the ball back is like the best friend for them. And that's got to be a free kick. It just seems to be that their tackle and then turn rate to get the ball back, I've just passed that by accident, is absolutely nuts. And Cruyff is definitely proven that. As we find Mbappe nearly through there. Switch sides. It's a lovely, lovely little fake inside there. Go for a turn. He's going to get that explosive. He's looking for the pass off. It's beautiful into Kessie, who's going to try and get a pass across. Little bullying against Militao. Has done himself into Tuchemeni. And Kuleveski with the next goal. Again, that is just a build-up play. And I think it's the very importance of having a good team throughout. It's really nice to have a 2.5 million striker. They will do you an absolute service, but can we go for it? Oh, no. I was trying to prove something with, I think it's called a Trivela. It's basically an outside of the foot shot, and it is absolutely broken at the moment. I will show you it and try and get it with Cruyff, because anybody can do it, from centre-backs to goalie to absolutely anybody. So it will be done. I will just need to get into the right position. Hopefully Danjuma is not going to cut across, as De Gea is always my saviour. But back to my point, having that 2.5 million striker is absolutely fantastic. But having a team that works well, and you've got a spread of kind of almost overall throughout, that will do you way, way better than rather just having, say you had a solid goal team. Maybe you had a Henderson, you had Koyunde, you had a couple of little players that kind of had a bit more of a value, but then you had just a Cruyff up front. That is going to do you less than having kind of all meta players throughout. Like having your top end players, but not necessarily anybody that's worth over $1 million. That will do you much better in the long run, in my opinion, purely for the fact that you have a stronger team throughout, meaning that you've got more options to tackle, to attack, and just naturally progress forward like that. And I think it'd do your gameplay even better, to be fair. Tuchemeni, Kessie, not necessarily the most expensive players in the world, but they will do an absolute service compared to going and getting someone who is 1 million coins. You go, say, for instance, if you got a Hullet and just a Hullet, but you had to have like a K, 2K player next to him, that player, especially if they're semi-decent, will just go down the cheaper players route. They will not try and touch Hullet, and again, eventually you're going to have to move Hullet towards him, opening him more space and just naturally not necessarily having the best gameplay that you can. Cruyff, oh, he finds a bit of Mbappe. We're going to go for that Trivela. It's not a cross goal. It is a manual shot, I believe, or at least you need to aim it correctly. Otherwise, it's got no chance of going in. But we'll show you. We'll get one off, most definitely. We was getting so many off, and that is a solid ball. Is he not offside? It's going to go for the chip. That's just very poor. I am finding that is a bit of a cheat code to kind of get your keeper out a little bit. And honestly, the chip is just naturally very good this year. Cruyff looking for that moment. That's a stunning ball into Sterling. Gets a bit of an explosive run, and I don't know why he's not turning. Into Cruyff again. He's looking for Mbappe to make that run. I need the cut back in from him. The defender's going to be asking questions. He tries it, but it's not the run I want. I wanted it absolutely on that run if we could have done, but unfortunately, Mbappe hasn't got that ability there. We could have got him on that first touch. Looking for that left. 5-star weak foot. We should have took the touch. I thought the defender was going to step up. And unfortunately, in them scenarios, you've almost got to second guess what the defender's going to do. Because sometimes they just don't do what you'd almost expect them to do. There he is. Little chip over to Mbappe. And that's a poor first touch. Solid recovery from his Varane. You know that through ball is coming from Cruyff. We're going to have a bit of a run with Sterling, but Wan-Bissaka, out of everybody, is absolutely nailing there. There it is. Oh, it's just that little bit too much. That it was going to be absolutely perfect. I saw it a mile away. The pass was there. It just wasn't executed properly. Lovely. Mbappe's through. He's going to look for the Cruyff. It's a solid challenge. Mbappe, was he offside? I was trying so hard. Cruyff was in the right position every single time. And Militao giving him a bit of his own medicine. And can we find Cruyff in here? He's going to go over the top. It's got to be the first time volley. And it's just round from the post. Very, very close. Cruyff again leading the attack. It seems like he's not slowed down at all in this game. Oh, he's just got a lucky challenge there. We just need that final product at the minute. That's the bit that we're struggling with. That's a solid challenge from Foden. But we just need that little bit of inspiration from him. We find him here. Cruyff, again, looking for some step overs. He brings the defender across. And again, we're looking for a little bit of a dance with him. And again, that's got to be... Oh, that's where you could potentially get penalties if he just turns his back fully. Cruyff looking for the Mbappe. Looking for the Sterling over the top. It's a little bit of a ball. Pings it across, and Cruyff is not quite in the position. Cruyff, get the little flick. It just doesn't work all the time. Sometimes, and it looks absolutely brilliant. When you get that flick off, it does look so nice, and the defender's just left for dead. I think that was a Trivela as well. There's Cruyff. Goes for the outside of the foot, and Cruyff is there. He got a Trivela to get it in, and we've managed to equalise in 2 minutes just to draw up this game. And Cruyff with a beautiful... why are we not seeing all of it? What's the point of this hyper motion if we're not even going to be able to see our goals? I know I don't want everybody holding the replays, but that most definitely is a moment that we do want to see. As we find Mbappe here, he's dancing. Can we find something? Sterling on the wing. We got Robbo coming in. Can this be the winner? That is a poor first touch from Robbo. Pings it in, and it's Goretzka in the 92nd minute. I think it was in. He is just sitting there. That is where Cruyff wants to be, and it's gone to 4-3 in the 92nd. What a finish. Cruyff making that run. Pings him in. Oh, that's beautiful. He's going to go for it. And he's found the near post already. 2 minutes in. Cruyff has opened up the second match already. He is absolutely being everything that I thought he was going to be. I'm going to try and... Oh, he went for the tackle. That's fair enough. I nearly thought he was getting a penalty. But Cruyff most definitely has been everything that we thought he was going to be. 2.5 mil. He is worth every penny. He's going to give you that cheat code like feel, and yes, there is still so many strikers that you can go for. We will have a look just to show you what you can actually get for that amount of coins, because let's face it, that is not a small amount of coins by any means. Really, unless you're a top end trader, if you've packed something, you are not going to have them coins a week, 2 weeks into the game without doing something well. So for me, that is by far a fantastic player to have at this sort of level of the game. There it is, left foot, and again, 16 minutes in, Cruyff is just a spectacular player. Up and down the field, he's been brilliant. His attacking play is so persistent and so consistent that it's just amazing to see him in there. Obviously, with an Mbappe link as well, he's going to make anybody look good when you've got two very top-end sort of strikers, but Cruyff on his own, I still think would just be absolutely magical to have. That is a solid ball, though. De Gea with a monster save. Some of the saves are the keepers as well. We're definitely going to have to do a proper in-depth review for keepers, because they are absolutely nuts this year. At least I think so anyway. Cruyff's going to find it here on his own. He's going to see what he can kind of come up with. So we try and find that ball. Maybe over the top might have been a better shout. Oh, it's a lovely first touch. Cruyff's going to try and ping an Mbappe, and he's got that ability. The keeper's absolutely out, and we just haven't put enough power on it. Chips should be the easiest thing in the world. Cruyff's done all of the hard work, and Mbappe has not delivered on that one. Cruyff leading this three-man attack. Looking for that bit of a play. Finds the Trivela. And that's it with Cruyff. He's got his hat-trick in the 41st. And that is the shot. The left trigger down. It's just absolutely broken at the moment. You do have to find the right kind of angle. But most definitely, if you can, and if you find it consistently, there's very little that you can do other than block the shot until it is fully nerfed. Cruyff just running through everybody. Honestly, such a fantastic dribbler of the ball. We do find these sorts of players like the Neymar-esque sort of players as well, and they just naturally are fantastic at the game. It's a good block from Trent there. Was trying to just get around him again. So we find the ball in here. It's Cruyff once more. Tries to ping it away. Sterling's going to win it back. Back to Robbo. Nice and easy play if we can. Looking for that Cruyff moment if we can. We try and find his fourth. We got a ping ball into there. Little bit of a round. Mbappe with a bit of skills. Looking one more. Cruyff, we're looking for him. He finds him there. Oh, he's absolutely done Cucurella. He's done him again. Oh, we just get tackled. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's very difficult to defend at times, especially when you're right in front of goal, because you know that one movement, if you screw it up, that's it. That's going to be a goal if he gets past that last man. And that is where it's really, really difficult to not die under pressure as such, but that is very unlucky. We got fortunate there. One to Cruyff. Back to Mbappe. Little tink. Oh, my God. Sterling's going to wrap it round him. Oh, it's just over the top. Honestly. Cruyff's looking for that through ball. Can we pretend he's gone for the chop already? Cruyff. Travella. Yeah, that's just asking a bit much. Cruyff to Mbappe. Back to Cruyff. Gets the first touch and Romero's going to be there. Sometimes you have that pace. Sometimes you just don't. Last moments of the game. Cruyff's gone through. Keeper's out. Little dig. Cruyff with his fourth. And I think that is going to be it. I can't imagine him. Well, maybe he might get another in the next 15. But Cruyff has done it. I think, what's that? I think there's about 7 goals in 2 matches. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. Such a good pick up and play sort of striker that we'll explain in momentarily as we find him here. We might not get a goal, but we're definitely going to consider an assist. But that is solid defending from Trent. Oh, and Gakpo. We'll finish it on Gakpo because we know we want him in a Cruyff review. The new Dutch Cruyff. Don't be silly. Oh, I thought we had it. That was set up perfectly. I was about to say there is no other Cruyff. He is a one and only as we find him here. Goes for it again, and Martinez is just not having any of it. Honestly, it has been a fabulous review from him. He has done absolutely incredible in this match as we find him on that first time. And again, we're just looking at a constant. Bet you he goes for it again. Can we find it again? Into Mbappe. He's going to try and find him. Look at Cruyff across. One more into Cruyff. Oh my God, we nearly had it. And he's nearly thrown it at us as well. Gakpo. Cruyff. Oh, it just wasn't meant to be. He didn't want 5 in this match. Or did he? It's got to be. It's gone for the loft. Yeah, too much. Too much. We'll finish it there. And there we have it. Cruyff was stunning. Such a good player, honestly. The 2.5 mil is granted. Half of these players are 100% worth it, especially when they are in the forward position, because you can almost monitor their performance by goals and assists. As a defender, yes, you'll notice clean sheets, you'll notice maybe blocks, but you don't actually have a figure that stares you right in the face. You have to make the decision. Has he done well? Is it the other centre-back that's covering for him? You've got to do all that in the game, and eventually you will know. Like, naturally, players know how good players are, and that's where prices come into it. In terms of Cruyff, it looks like he's been kind of chilling between 2.2 and 2.7. At the moment, he's 2.5. So he's about in the middle ground at the moment. So it will be an interesting one. I can imagine that the lengthy meta has definitely had some sort of an effect. And I don't think any other versions are anything other. In terms of the pricing of them, though, the price you could find players then. So if we look at around about the 2.5 million, say 2.6, 2.8 might be a little bit of a jump. Ronaldinho 91. Stunning player. We've got Zidane as a 2.5 million. Again, that's his mid. Then we have Cruyff base. We have Eusebio mid. Again, a good card. Not quite his base, which is up here, as you can tell, at 3.3. We have the new Brazilian, Jairzinho. I think I'm saying that right. I'll have to learn how to say that one because we do want to do a review on him as well. He looks absolutely nuts with them stats. We have Vieira coming in at 2.1. Cantona R9. Ginola. Wow, Ginola 1.8. But then you go a bit further down, you have your Mbappes, you have your other strikers that potentially could do something. I'm interested because we've got a strikers here then. So if we look between, so 2.5, Mbappe's coming in at 1.4. He gives you that same output. Doesn't have the 5.5, but gives you that output. Ginola, 5.5, gives you most definitely what Cruyff can give you as well. You've got Eto'o, you've got Cantona, you've got Drogba, you've got the Gerd Muller, I think is how you pronounce his name. Not used him yet, but he looks actually really nice to play with as well. Henry, his base card was incredible, so his mid has got to be fantastic as well. You've got Rooney, you've got Di Natale, who again is a stunning striker. So this is where I'm saying, if you're spending 2.5, you've only got 2.5. You have 0 attackers in your field. Say you've got 2.6, so you can buy a 2.5 million Cruyff, and then you can go and buy a 100k striker. So we're looking at somebody like, looking at Benzema, looking at Jota, Lewandowski, looking at Harry Kane. Compared to going for what is it? So if it's 2.5, so 1.2 million strikers. So if we're looking up here, we're looking at, say, an Mbappe and a Ronaldo. They will do you more of a service than getting one. And again, you can get like a Haaland, you can get Haaland and Ronaldo for 100 mil, and they will give you, again, a good service because of the meta. In terms of the best strikers, I would much rather go and spend for an Mbappe and then go buy a mid Henry, go buy a mid Rooney, rather than just going for one. I'm interested to know your debate on that. Let me know down below. I just think it's more worth it having a team rather than just a single player, unless you've already got a solid team. It doesn't have to necessarily be an Mbappe links with, but say you've got a Haaland there. That's going to be much better than going with a Harry Kane there instead and hoping that Cruyff kind of just naturally goes, because you know that even as an opponent, Harry Kane's going to be the setter up, and you're always looking for the Cruyff. You're not necessarily looking for the Harry Kane run. You're not looking for him to dribble past people. That would be Cruyff's job, which would be very, very easy to mark. But in terms of Cruyff, everything about him is incredible. We've got the 5'5", we've got the 5'11", it's good height. You've obviously got then right foot, high-low work rates, pretty optimum for everything. Lean body type, his pace with a hunter is almost maxed out. We've got almost maxed out finishing. Shot power, not necessarily as incredible, but I don't think that's necessarily a major issue with the card. Passing wise, it's good enough. Don't really need him to have loads. The short pass is a little bit higher, which is always perfect because I personally play with two strikers, meaning he's got that confidence of a passing game. It's not like it's 80 or 78. It's still up there with a good rating. Dribbling wise, balance is the only thing which personally for me really doesn't make much of a difference when you've got high agility and he is that explosive sort of style, because he is that quick left stick dribbler, the quick left stick dribbling where you are moving the ball very quickly from left to right. That is where the agility really comes into it. And then obviously we've got physicality a little bit, but he's naturally just that player that's just quick. You're not necessarily going to go a one-on-one battle. He's not going to beat you in the air. He's not going to out-physical you to the ball. He's just going to beat you to the ball. That is the Cruyff game. For me, a 10 out of 10 striker, 100%. Probably one of the better ones in the game consistently, especially. You've got your Eusebios that his base prime are just nuts. His mid is very good, but most definitely not as good as the base card. Whereas I think for Cruyff, he just naturally keeps getting better every single time. His moments is just absolutely electric. The mid's great. The prime's great. He is just a phenomenal player all around. So I want to know if you have ever packed Cruyff on FIFA. No SBCs, no nothing. Have you ever packed our Dutch hero right here? Let me know down below what you think. Hopefully you did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like and subscription button, and I'll catch you all for the next one. Peace.